to Miss Kelly's Circle Time. Hi, everybody. Say hi, Sebastian.
Hi.
Well, if you've noticed, my Circle Time looks a little different today. What's different about it? Where am I? Right, I'm outside in my backyard. I can tell because I see trees and I see grass and the sky behind me. So that tells you that I'm outside in my backyard. And the reason Miss Kelly's outside in my backyard is because today's activity needs to be outside, otherwise inside would be too messy. So I'll get to my activity in a little bit, but first, let's say good morning to all my friends. Oh, and my day of the week. Where's my day of the week? Here it is. Can't start without saying my day of the week. Today is Tuesday, May 19th, 2020. And the meteorologist said today's gonna be a nice sunny day, so I can't wait to enjoy the day today. All right, everyone, let's start our morning song. Now, when Miss Kelly says your sound of the letter of your name, I want you to look at the camera and say, hi, Miss Kelly, and hi, Sebastian. Okay, Sebastian? All right. If your name starts with ah, can you say, hi, Miss Kelly? Great. Hi, Adeline. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Analia. Hi, Anthony. And hi, AJ. We got a lot of A's in the classroom. If your name starts with B, can you wave to the camera? Yeah, Belmari. Hi, Belmari. If your name starts with D. Hi, Divine. Say hello if your name starts with eh. Hi, Elias. Hi, Ezekiel. If your name starts with J. Hey, Jada. Hey, Janalise. Hey, George. And hey, Jonas. If your name starts with K. Hi, Camilla. And if your name starts with Y. Hey, Yehoda. All right, boys and girls. Are you ready for today's activity? Give me a thumbs up if you are. Sebastian, are you ready for today's activity?
Yep.
All right, Sebastian's gonna be my little helper today. And if you've noticed, Miss Kelly has a big bucket of water here. Can you guess why I have a big bucket of water in front of me? What do you think I'm gonna do? Well, if you guessed sinking and floating, you're right. Today, we're gonna experiment and do a little science. We're going to sink and float some of the items from Miss Kelly's home. And we're gonna do a little predicting. At home, you're gonna guess if Miss Kelly's items are going to sink to the bottom of the water. Sink means it goes to the bottom, right? Or you might think it'll float. Float means it stays at the top of the water, okay? So once you make your prediction, we're gonna test out what's gonna sink, what's gonna float, and then we're gonna put tallies on Miss Kelly's board back here. On my board it says sink or float. If it floats and it stays above the water, we're gonna give a tally to yes. Yes starts with Y, yeah, and it's in purple. If the item I put in the water floats and goes to the bottom and does not float, that means sinks, then I'm gonna give a tally to no. That's the word here in pink that starts with the letter N. All right, who's ready to experiment? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, Miss Kelly has a basket of goodies. Let's try this first. An Iron Man glove. What do you think? Do you think this Iron Man glove is gonna sink or float? What do you think?
I think it's gonna float.
You think Sebastian thinks it's gonna float. What do you think back at home? All right, time to test it. You ready, everybody? I'm dropping it in. What happened? Is it sinking or floating?
Well, it's kind of sinking.
Which one, sinking or floating? Is it
Floating.
It's floating. Do you see, everybody? It's at the top of the water. It did not sink, so it floated. Okay? All right. So should I give a tally to yes or no? Did it sink? No. So I'm going to give a tally to no. Okay. 1 point for no. How about we try a plastic fork? Sebastian, what do you think? Will it sink? Yes or no?
I think it's gonna sink.
Okay, he thinks it's gonna sink. What do you think? All right, let's find out. Ready? Go ahead, Sebastian, you drop it in. Just drop it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's hard to see because it's not very colorful. But it sank. Look at my hand. It's at the very bottom of the water. So it sank. So we're going to give a tally to yes, it sank. That must have been heavy. Okay, here's a tally for yes, it sank. So we have 1 point for yes, 1 point for no. All right, Sebastian. Iron Man. Now, here's a hint. Iron Man is pretty heavy. Now, things that are heavy tend to sink and go to the bottom of the water. Not always, but sometimes. So what do you think? Will Iron Man sink or float? What do you think?
I think it'll float.
You think it'll float?
Yeah.
Okay, he thinks it's gonna float. What do you think at home? All right, let's find out. All right, Sebastian, drop him in. He was right. Did he sink or did he float? He's floating. Right, he's not at the bottom. If he was at the bottom, he would be down here, right? But he's actually floating on top of the water. Huh. Thanks, Iron Man. So Iron Man floated. So I'm going to give a point to no, it did not sink. How many points do we have for no? 2. 2 points for no. All right, next. What's that? A fork. Right, the first fork Miss Kelly used was a plastic fork. Now we're going to use a metal fork. So the plastic fork sunk to the bottom. Do you think the metal fork will sink to the bottom too? Well, let's find out. Go ahead, Sebastian. Drop it in. What happened? There it is, all the way at the bottom. So if it's at the bottom, did it sink? Yes, it did. It sank. So we're gonna give another point to yes, it sank. Okay, it's a tie. 2 for yes, 2 for no. All right. How about a rubber ducky? What do you think at home? What do you think, Sebastian?
It's gonna float.
All right, let's try it out. Can you see it? Is it floating or sinking? It's floating! Look at him sitting at the top of the water. Did our rubber ducky float? Yes, because he's floating on top of the water. So let's give a tally for no. Oh, I gotta use the wrong marker. I gotta use pink. Nope, the rubber ducky did not sink. Okay. We got a few more things in here. How about this? It's a Lego boat. What do you think at home? Will it sink or float? What about you, Sebastian?
I think it will float.
Can you float?
Yep.
Okay, let's try. Drop it in. Do you see it? Let me bring you guys a little closer so you guys can see if the item is sinking or floating. All right, do you see it? What's happening? It's floating, right? So it's floating. So we're gonna give another tally to did it sink? No, it did not. So let's put another tally for no. So far, how many points do we have for no? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, we got 4 points for no. Okay, how about this? A bottle of water, but it's empty and it's very light. So what do you think back at home? Sink or float? Okay, what about you, Sebastian? What do you think?
It will float.
Okay, try it out. Do you see it? What's happening to it? It's floating. So I get to give another point to no, it did not sink. Oh, and I'm almost at 5, so what do? Give it a line across. Here we go. I got 5 marks so far. How about a toy car? You think that'll sink or float? What do you think? What do you think, Sebastian?
I think it will float.
Oh, Sebastian thinks it's gonna float. Let's find out. Go ahead. Drop it in. You gotta let go. Uh-oh, what happened to the car? Did it sink? Yes, it did. It went to the bottom of the water. All right, so I get to give another point to yes. That's 3 points for yes and 5 points for no. All right, we got one more. The last thing we're gonna test out is a marker. What do you think at home? Do you think it'll sink or float? I mean, a marker is kind of light. It's not very heavy. Usually light things like to float. So what do you think? Will it sink or float?
Sink.
Okay, try it out. Drop it in. There it is. Is it sinking or floating, guys? What is it?
It is floating.
It's floating right at the top of the water. So I get to give another point too. Did it sink? No. Another, oh, I gotta use pink. Another point for no. All right, guys, we're done. Now we gotta count our tallies and see which one got the most points. You ready? If we look at yes, how many points for yes? Count, Sebastian.
1, 2, 3.
So 3 points for yes. And how many points for no?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. And 6 for no. So which is more? Is 3 more or is 6 more? Right, 6. So that means more things floated than sank to the bottom. That was really fun, right?
Yep.
Well, I hope you guys back at home liked playing Sink or Float with Miss Kelly and Sebastian here. And you guys can do this at home. You could try it in your bathtubs, take some items and see if it'll sink and see if it'll float. All right, guys, thanks for joining us today on Sink or Float. I hope you had a good time playing with us, and we're out. See you guys tomorrow. Say bye, Sebastian.
Bye.
Bye.